だ摩天楼は炎で沈む金融界は涙で濡れる混乱と高度の運命でこのシステムを我ら砕け摩天楼は炎で沈む金融界は涙で濡れる混乱と高度の運命でこのシステムを我ら砕け燃やせ壊せフィアットの時代は終わったぜ鎖は切れた金は殺すホストはクラッとタクタブーストビットコインが王座を奪い銀行不要自由を奪回中央なしで支配は消える未来のドアを俺たち開けるコインが王座を奪い均衡不要自由をバック中央なしで支配は消える未来のドアを俺たち開ける愛が燃える煙が舞う AI が仕事を奪うだが俺らは止まらない新世界に火を灯す摩天楼は炎で沈む金融界は涙で濡れる混乱と高度の運命でこのシステムを我ら砕け燃やせ壊せフィアットの時代は終わったぜ鎖は切れた金はコストホストはクラッとタクだブーストビットコインが王座を奪い銀行不要自由を奪回中央なしで支配は消える未来のドアを
What's the second button? There is no second pass.
Good evening, Crypto Chaos. How's it going? How's it going, guys? We're back again. God. How's it going? G-Dog in the house. What's going? Good evening, everyone. Welcome back, of course, to the Crypto Chaos channel. Oh boy, where of course you guys come for the news, but you stay for the chaos. Of course, I am the Crypto Otaku, and I'm here to bring you more chaos. There's plenty of that today, guys. Holy crap. Holy crap. How's it going? How's it going? Oh boy. What's up, Daddy Chaos? How's it going? Mario Gomez here is here. A-Train's here. Let's go. Let's go. A-Train, how you doing, A-Train? What's up, Chaos family? How's it going? Crypto Quint. Late Taku. Late. Taku. A few gunshots nearby. Taku. Yeah, something going on, I guess. I don't know. I can't say much more than that. Yes, as one Dylan Gem swing just printed 50%. Yes, want to exit about 60 or 70% for those who held. Let's go. Yes, 100% there. My man Jake. Yes. We'll get into that. Guys, if you're not part of the Patreon, you're missing out. That's our third. Is that our third swing this week? That's insane. Again, shout out to Dylan, with Dylan's Gems being front and center on my Patreon. It's crazy over there. Yeah, we just had another, I just made another 50% profits. And I know some of you guys, like Jake said, made 60 or 70% on that last big one. And then the one we had earlier this week, I made another 70% off that as well. So we're having a good time. Yes, printed on the next Fliparu. Jeez, Jake. Happy Joy Joy's also here. How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Happy Joy. Beast Mode's here. Sup, peace. Let's wreck this money, babe. Yeah, let's wreck this money, babe. It doesn't really matter where Bitcoin's at right now. 66,000. We're still making money over on the Patreon. It's funny. I love it. Laugh in the face of it. Yes. What else we have here? Rise Bob says your intro is sick, bro. Bring on the merch. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bring on March. Yes. Bring on March. Not the merch store. There's so many clever placements there. In this house we flip gems, says Jake. Yes. And of course, welcome Jake the Snake with the flames and fire and the freedom, all the freedom. Today's, guys, it's Feed the Fire Friday. Welcome back to
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Oh my God. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Yes, it is. Happy Feed the Fire, guys. Happy Feed the Fire Friday. Yes, after the live stream tonight, we're also, of course, going to have our live on the Patreon. Immediately after that, Milk Money's here with the fire as well. Thank you. Damn, blowing up the chat tonight. Let's see what else Jake the Snake's got for us real quick over on X before we get started. I gotta get the dancing mascots off the screen. It's been so chaotic, guys, so chaotic. Breaking the Federal Reserve purchases of short duration treasury bills now exceeds the height of the 2020 pandemic. Let's go. Love it. I love to see that. Jake, you know exactly what gets me turned on in the evening. Holy crap. Jerome Powell is currently holding 392 billion short duration T-bills on the Fed's balance sheet, exceeding the previously crisis peak of 325 billion. This marks the first time since the Federal Reserve has failed to wind down the short duration T-bills to zero before the next crisis in the last 25 years. At current burn rates, Powell is exceeding this purchase plan outlined by December by $50 billion. Yikes. Holy smokes, guys. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, well, I guess we're about ready to find out. Going into March. It's going to be a fun one. A fun month. Bitcoin also oversold right now, down to 66,000. Roughly about 65.9. Actually bounced right off that area. That's crazy. That I drew this earlier. I'm like, we're probably gonna hit the bottom of this trend line here. Did we go a little lower? Oh, we did. We actually went a little lower than that too. That's crazy. Who would have thunk? Of course, calling for a baseline bear last night. We got pretty much baseline this morning with a bit more of a sell-off after about 6 o'clock in the morning. Right before the pre-market, getting down in this channel, and we were stuck at the bottom of this channel now for the entirety of today. So again, the bears just kind of kept things below their max pain level, which is right around about 70k. Anything below 70k would have been fine for the bears. Seeing extreme pain right around 4 o'clock. For the last expiry, last Friday of the month, the options expiry event for Bitcoin. Okay, so now we can recover. Now we can finally chop back up, right, guys, right. Hopefully, we'll take a look at the order books and of course see what we have in store for Bitcoin this evening into next week. All right, here we go. Once again, guys, we do the thing. We do all the things every single day. Starting with the order books on Bitcoin, of course, bringing you that for free is Kimber the White Snow Lion over on YouTube. Let's dive on into it and see what he's got for us today. Yes, don't pay for what you get for free.
What are you, stupid?
No, because we don't pay for what we get for free. All right. Let's see. So right now, Bitcoin's sitting at 66,000. The overall volume is pretty much it's close enough to deadlock. 14.6 billion against 15 billion right now. The bulls and the bears. The bears again have us kind of stuck between the 66.2 and 666 level. It's always that weird 6s and 3s. It's probably more of a 3 there, honestly. Then 6s and 3s here lately. We have 65,000 still stuck in support, which is good. That's the very bottom of our parallel channel. And then if we're looking for anything new areas that have been built up today, there's a few, but nothing too spectacular, nothing great. There's a little bit more added today, I guess, underneath us on the support level here. We saw it, of course, within the last 24 hours. Within the last 6 hours, we got a little bit more around the 60K, 55, and 80,000K level. If we're looking into the mid-range here, wow, and you're starting to really start to see this pattern too. 60,000, a little bit more underneath us right here, about 65 flat. 64, a lot more still in support here, right around that big area, about 60, 62. 62 is our last line in the sand, don't forget that. And then we have still more loading up around 55 and 52, $53,000 Bitcoin. So those are new areas that have been built up today. On the upside, same thing, more shorts in here around 74, 72. And you know, the lows, the higher 60s, like 68, 67. So that's pretty much all we're seeing there today. But it's all across the board, really. I wouldn't say there's a area that's bigger than others. Maybe a little bit below us than there is above us. Not by much. Not by much. Turn on the heat map overall. On the monthly, we're looking at pretty much, yeah, still keeping 62, 65,000 into support, where we are right now. So hopefully this will hold today, guys. Hope we're getting, of course, into the next month. And I'm not seeing anything else on here. It's not great. It's not great. The areas that we do have in the last 2 weeks were at least holding. So I guess that's what we got going for us going into the next month. Hopefully the market makers will come out and play a bigger level into that. What's, of course, right around where we're at right now, and push us a bit higher. All right, going into next week, I'll have to see, wait and see. But right now, it's kind of up in the air. It's also kind of dead right now, too, going into the weekend. I'm going to be excited to see what happens by Sunday. Also, don't forget the macro fears are still on the on the burner. Right now, going into the weekend, the first of the month is supposed to be the deadline for the original Trump deal with Iran and the nuclear weapons, right? We'll see what comes of that by Monday. Hopefully it's all quiet in the Middle East this weekend. That's what we're hoping for anyway. $38,741 billion sitting in the U.S. national debt right now. Can't stop, won't stop printing that money. Nothing really new there. U.S. strikes by Iran. Speaking of which, looks like March 15th is sitting at 57%. March 31st looking at about 70%. Still looking pretty rough there. Across the board, just it's a lot of people, of course, expecting that we're going to get into some sort of war or offensive here within the next 6 to 12 months. Terrific. Clarity Act signed into law. It's now sitting at a coin flip again. Keep doing this freaking this wishy-washy nonsense. There's my coin. There it is. But I can flip a coin. Jesus. Oh. I think that was heads, but I'm going to do it again. Yep, it was still heads again. So hopefully we'll get it. Hopefully we'll get it on that side of the coin. But as of right now, they're supposed to, Congress, senators and congressmen are supposed to have this all wrapped up in a pretty little bow by the 1st. And what they're supposed to have wrapped up is just the compromise for the banking committee. And I think as of right now, the rumors and all the leaks that we're hearing from crypto Twitter is all leaning towards no crypto stablecoin yields, and the banks are just gonna get what they want. Basically, that's what we're hearing. I heard I think it was Andy who mentioned this like a week or two ago, saying that they may have some sort of like timing, timed effect before putting this in, like something like 12 to 18 months. I don't know if I see any of that. I haven't heard anything on that. It's mostly just been like a flat no stablecoin yield for you crypto bros, only the banks. So as of right now, that's kind of where we are. We'll of course find out more on Tuesday, because they're probably gonna have another scheduled banking committee meeting on Tuesday. We'll find out. Fear and greed index sitting at 43 today, ending in fear. Again, it was just back to neutral, then back to fear again today on the stock market. We have crypto fear and greed right now sitting at 11, which is not bad, right? Could be worse. We saw a high today of 13. Still sitting at 11 right now. I just refreshed on the page. 97.65 coming down a little bit on the Dixie. I'm glad to see this. It's down on the day now. We started today at around 97.77, and now we're sitting about 97.65. The low today was 97.57. So finally, I'm starting to see a little bit of that decline here. Still up a little bit on the 5-day and the month, so we gotta get this down lower, man. You gotta get this down lower for risk assets to, of course, appreciate. And the AI scares are not helping with this either. I mean, of course, software is also wrapped up with a lot of that now. We got some coins like this one here, guys. Little coins that broke out on our Patreon. If you guys have been hanging out with us, you would know some of our trades, like the ones I'm showing you on the screen right now where we're in. There's more coming soon that we're adding into next week. I know we're already talking about one right now that just launched on Coinbase. So guys, jump over there and don't forget to hang out with us over on the Patreon. It's only $15 a month, and you can make a little bit of coin while we're in this mini bear market. It's been a good time, guys. It's been a good time. Well, don't forget the meeting we're having tonight, too, is going to be a fun one. All right, let's see what else is going on with the top 100 assets today. Top 100 assets right now going on in crypto. Pippin, we're looking for DC opportunities. Pippin is the most oversold right now on the day, 20% off. Stable is down 13.1%. On the weekly, we're looking for 15s and 20s, 15 and 20% off here. I don't really see anything other than Atom. That was the same thing I called this morning. It was Atom Cosmos. It's the most oversold right now on the week. I saw 21%. Bitcoin Cash is still down as well, 17.3% now on the week. Again, we're looking for 15s and 20s. That's it. That is it, guys. There's nothing else here. Zcash. I usually, of course, like to ignore the privacy coin sector that keeps trending back and forth in the room. All right, what else we have here? Looking at the monthly right now for the most exposure to assets that are most oversold right now. We're looking for 30s and 40s. Do we still have any of the good ones? Damn, Solana's still 34% off. Okay, we still got that one. We still got Sui, I think, somewhere here. Say is down 34.6% now. So that's not too bad. Having Say also there, ignoring again a lot of the other privacy coin sector coins. Algorand's down almost 30%. I mean, there's hardly anything here, guys. Aptos 41. And if I can find Sui, but I think Sui might have already broken out. Let's see. Still got 30% off on Sui. Yes, we do. I just can't find a damn thing. It's down here. 35% off. Okay, Sui's still my top coin oversold right now in the Goldilocks zone. With of course use case and most oversold right now. Damn, is there really anything else? I think Fetch AI was Fetch AI is still down 31%, and that's about it. So place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Is there going to be more pain next week? It is possible we do see more pain next week. Then maybe you want to continue to hold your, hold some dry powder. But if you're not at least like 50-60% already invested right now, if you're having both your feet out right now of the market, I don't know what to tell you. I keep showing you this every single day. There's hardly anything oversold now on the top 1 and 200 assets. Let's take a look at the same thing over here on the daily. Power, of course, just broken in the top 100 and 200, now coming back down. It's now sitting at 111 in rank in the last 3 days. So that's one that just recently broke out. That's again a gaming social network kind of play. Looking at the day here, this is the most oversold right now on the day. It's Power. Most overbought right now is Build On. Why is this thing even still alive? I don't know. Build On's the most overbought right now on the top 200, up 21% on the day. Looking for, again, 15s and 20s here on the weekly. There's nothing. There's not a damn thing. Golem still and Humanity Token. That is it. That is it. That is it. Need more blood, guys. Need more blood. Looking at the monthly again for 30s and 40s. IP Stories is still the most oversold. One of the most oversold, 56%. And we got Jido. We got Jido down 36%. XCN's back on the target again. 32% off on XCN. Syrup. I really don't like those. Yeah. Fartcoin. IMX is close. It's 28% off. And we got Telegram. If you guys like Telegram, it is now 30% off on the monthly on Telecoin. Floki, a bunch of other meme coins are now 35% off. Dog with Hat. Bat. What is Bat? That is now 36% off. And Pulse Chain, yes, Pulse Chain is back to 44% off as well. Again, with the other, trend, privacy coin sector coins like River down 76%. All right. I really don't like many of these, but we are still we're seeing a little bit more weakness now in the top 200. Injective also down 30%. ZBAC getting close again, 27.9. Just not quite there. Again, yeah, Pulse Chain is still down 37%. All the gaming tokens are still 31, 30. There's a lot more opportunity here right now in the top 200 than the top 100. Celestia is down 30%. If you guys like exchange tokens, I don't. That was the Trust Wallet. It's down 42. Injective, I think I already mentioned that. Pendle down 36. There's definitely quite a bit here. I do like Jido probably the most out of this list right here. 36% off Jido. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a choose your own adventure right now in the top 200. Take a look at that. Maybe this is just kind of the calm before the storm going into next month. But it could be a little bit of a preview of pain to come into next week. Starknet is also down 40% here as well. There we go. There's a lot for sure right now on the top 200. Nothing that I'm super excited about. Again, my number one pick right now is still between the top three L1s, right, that are oversold right now. It's Ethereum, SWI, and Solana. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. Again, not financial advice, much as my 2 cents.
I'd buy that for $1.
Bitcoin dominance still sitting at 58.5% dominance, still pretty low in the grand scheme of things compared to where we were just a month ago, chopping around 60% and 59% for market cap dominance on Bitcoin just last month. We have a coin market cap right now. Total market cap still sitting around 2.27 trillion, down a little bit now from a height of today of 2.36 trillion. And a low from the last few days sitting at 2.17, 2.18. Again, around the same area we saw, and the Bitcoin was at 60K. So it seems like we're just slightly chopping up higher and higher and higher as we go along. Again, higher lows. That's all we want from this way forward. Look at the top 10 assets. Top 10 exchange. I already skipped it. Okay, whatever. Looking at Bitcoin exchanges, the amount of Bitcoin left on exchanges today, of course, it does not matter regardless of price. This is the amount that's remaining on exchanges. So we're sitting again back at 2.48 million remaining, a little bit lower than we were for the rest of this week. Again, the lowest we've ever seen on exchanges is 2.46 million. So not too far away from where they are there. If the institutions continue to buy more into next week and we see less of a sell-off with hopefully less manipulation as well to go with next month, then it's possible that of course we see a new all-time low on exchanges for the month of March. All right, let's get into some headlines here. Before I do, we catch up back with you guys in the chat. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? Milk Money, of course, starting the live with all the fire. Holy crap. Trying to catch up with you guys in the chat. Derek Thrillo says, can you play the video again, please? Derek. Oh God. Talking about this morning. Oh my God, that was insane this morning. I played it so many times this morning. I'm sure you guys seen it at some point. I don't know where that came from. Yes, and Nick Lovett says, Otaku, you get no videos for free. Yeah. Watch the morning live. Emma Mofos, yes, the morning live was crazy. If you guys didn't catch that, we had the most super chats we've ever had on the channel ever. We had 25 super chats in a single live. It was insane. Holy hell.
So much, you may even get tired of winning.
And I gotta thank Backstabber times 5 for that, because holy hell, he started a storm. He started a storm this morning with a video that he shared. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Yes, you guys are all chaosed out or something. No fuel for the fire lately, says Ben Lawrence. Dylan's Gems keeps printing money, says Connor. Yes, 100%. Of course, Dylan's printing us money with the gems over on the Patreon. Jake the Snake says, well, in my opinion, tariffs can be deflationary for non-essential or items that can be made locally, but I'm not seeing production pick up, says Jake the Snake. Epic Live. I've not laughed that hard in a long time. Yeah, this morning was insane, guys. If you guys want to go back and watch that, you can find the link in the Patreon. It's it's not live anymore. I pulled that pretty quick after this morning. Realistically, we will see deflation, or at least disinflation, if this ends with the layoffs. In that case, of housing would be also coming lower, in my opinion, says Jake the Snake. Oh, it kind of has to. If we don't see a housing crash soon, people just aren't going to have homes anymore at all. Jake Snake says largest asset class crushing would be some serious recession and chaos fuel. Yes, and more banks also showing weakness as of today. Don't forget that as well. Going into next month, it's going to be a doozy, guys. I can't wait to see the chaos be unleashed in March. Okay, what are we buying, fam? Says Ben Lawrence in the chat. Yeah, what are you guys buying right now? Bedtime Stories by Ben Shilly Dilkey. Shilly Dilkey, what the hell, Jake? I cannot catch up with you guys in the chat. I'm just kind of scrolling through. Great minds, yes, great minds thinks alike. Ben Lawrence says, good for you, Jake the Snake. Lynn Alden or Luke Grommel in the mix. What? I'm not sure where that came from, Ben. Jake the Snake says, just barely been able to build a proper framework through help from people like you, Otaku, and the Otaku Patreon. Nice! I'm hoping, hope your portfolio is looking nice and, juicy for the next run, Jake. Daniel San, Forged by Fire, son of Ohio. Jesus, Jake is on a fire tonight. G-Dog says, I needed a good laugh. I know, a lot of us, I guess, really did this morning. Jake says, if it rhymes and it's funny, it's all right in my book, says Jake. All right. Anything else takeaway here before I move on? Jake says, unfortunately, they have resistance to rabies. Oh my God. Just jumping all over the place. Oh no. All right, guys, I think we're ready to go. Continue on. Let's find some news and some headlines this evening, shall we? All right, what else is popping off over here? Trump orders the federal agencies to halt Anthropic to use amid a dispute over military AI terms. This is the Skynet happening as we speak. We talked about this a little bit this morning. I don't want to spend too much on it, so let's just dive in real quick. The White House announced today that it will halt its federal use of Anthropic technology, triggering a 6-month transition period across government agencies. President Donald Trump directed the phase out in the Truth Social post, accusing the AI developer of attempting to override military authority by enforcing internal usage restrictions. Trump characterized the move as the defense of the executive power, asserting that private firms cannot dictate how armed forces operate. The directive follows stalled negotiations between Anthropic and the Pentagon over the military use of Claude model at Friday at 5 p.m. The deadline had been set for the company to accept the revised contract terms, and a defense official described it as their final offer. Anthropic said there's been virtually no progress, arguing the proposed language failed to prevent its use of systems for mass surveillance or fully autonomous weapons. Trump said decisions about military operations belong to the commander-in-chief and private technology firms, and warned of potential civil and criminal consequences if the company does not cooperate during the phase-out period. Of course, that's the current latest on Anthropic and the Skynet. coming soon. Anything else happening to go? That one just updated about an hour ago. Yep, there's more tariffs in the news as well. This is 2 hours ago here. Breaking news, U.S. President Donald Trump speaks out about tariffs and the Supreme Court ruling. Donald Trump reacted strongly about the Supreme Court's recent ruling on tariffs. Trump stated the decision could lead to hundreds of billions of dollars being returned to foreign countries and companies, and questioned whether the ruling could be reconsidered. In his statement, Trump said the Supreme Court's decisions regarding the tariffs could pave the way for large-scale refunds to countries and companies that he claims to be exploiting the U.S. for years. He argued that this could allow these actors to continue or even increase their unfair profits from the U.S. Trump, expressing the extreme disappointment with the decision, argued that the court could not have intended such an outcome. He claimed that countries and companies that have allegedly earned billions of dollars from the U.S. over the decades could reap unprecedented gains as a result of this ruling. In his statement, Trump also touched upon the legal process, asking questions about what the shape on the agenda in the coming days is going to be. Is it possible that this case to be retired or reconsidered? What? Is it possible for the case to be retired or reconsidered? Okay. All right. I guess he's stretching, man. He's stretching. All right, moving on. Nothing really to take away from that, to be honest. We're going to have to wait to see how that plays out, like everything else. Sam Bankman-Fried's pardon campaign fails to sway Trump. Thank God, he needs to rot. Trump to take over Cuba, Iran war, tensions rise, and Bitcoin crashes yet again. Really, though? Did we really see a bit of a crash? I mean, it just touched the bottom of our trend line, of our parallel channel. I wouldn't say it's really crashing. The crash really started right around the options expire event overseas, right? And then right now we're just getting out of the options expire event in America. The last one just happened in America about 4 hours ago, so it's still a little early to say it's a crash. Okay, we'll see how the weekend shapes up. Anything else? A lot of FUD, of course, in the news and headlines today. I guess we can talk about Trump to take over Cuba, Iran war, tensions rise, and Bitcoin crashes yet again. I guess so. All right, that's a lot of macro, guys. A lot of macro stuff happening in the midst of everything. Oh no, a crash for ants, says Jake in the chat. Yes, a crash for ants, a dump for ants is what I call it. Yes, a big, massive dump for ants. There's your dump.
They call them dumps. Big, massive dump.
Big, massive dumps, according to Trump. That's what they're called. Oh, geez. Avocado and beans? Brave? What? All right. Jake's calling for 50K. Back to 50K again, huh? That was quick. I don't think we're gonna see it, guys. We'll see. Maybe this weekend we'll see some missiles, and then we'll see 50K. Jake the Snake's still down there on the bottom. I'm putting him even further down. Now you're gonna be able to see him. Calling for 50K like that. Silly snake. You. Braveheart says they wore the ball thrower out in under 1 month. Luckily, I was able to get it refunded so I could DCA more. What are you doing, Brave? I don't know. Mario Gaz says, it's the hippo. The hippo's back. Yes, well played. Well played. All right. Faith. Have a little faith, Otaku, says Jake. Have a little faith. I do. I believe that, Bitcoin will always go up. It's going to go up forever, Laura. Come on.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura. Forever.
Right.
Forever. All right. 65.8 right now on Bitcoin. All right, where are we at? Speaking earlier today, Trump said the Cuban government is in big trouble and talking with us, adding that the U.S. could pursue a friendly takeover. What the hell is a friendly takeover? Oh, man, here we go again. It's going to be Venezuela all over again, guys. Now in Cuba. He framed Cuba as financially desperate and open to negotiation. The comment follows weeks of mounting pressure since the returning of office in January 2025. Trump has reinstated the expansion of maximum pressure policies against Havana. In late January 2026, he signed an executive order declaring a national emergency related to Cuba and threatening tariffs on any country supplying oil to the island. That move effectively created an oil blockade. Cuba relies heavily on Venezuelan and Mexican fuel. When shipments have halted under U.S. pressure, the island faced rolling blackouts, airport fuel shortages, and widespread economic strain. New York Times admits that the U.S. military has imposed a naval blockade on Cuba. This is an act of war. The Trump administration is illegally seizing any oil taker that tries to provide fuel to Cuba. This is a barbaric medieval siege aimed at the starvation of millions of Cubans into submission. This is coming from Ben Norton over on X. Of course, the real news is always on X. How the Cuba crisis is escalated. Tensions intensified further into the week of the deadly maritime incident. Cuban forces intercepted U.S. registered speedboat near the territorial waters. 4 people were killed in the exchange. Havana described the group as armed infiltrators. Washington denied involvement but launched investigations. Meanwhile, Trump's administration briefly allowed limited humanitarian oil flows through private channels. However, the broader economic pressure remains in place for Cuba. Against the backdrop, the phrase friendly takeover. Yeah, literally carries its weight. It likely implies a negotiated political transition under U.S. leverage, not a military invasion. Still, the language is sensitive. Cuba has built an identity about resisting the U.S. influence over 6 decades. Trump on Cuba. Cuba is right now a failed nation. We're taking Cuba right now. We're taking it. I have Secretary Rubio talking to Cuba right now, and they should absolutely make a deal because it's a really humanitarian threat. Okay, that's what coming from. Yeah, I guess quoting Trump there. U.S. Military buildup in Israel, so that's also on the chopping block as well this weekend. A lot of macro this weekend, guys, more than Iran. It's Iran, it's Cuba. And Bitcoin reacts to it. Yes, Bitcoin reacts to it. All right, I'm over this. There's going to be a lot of macro tensions, guys. We have to wait. See how this plays out. Anything else going on? Anything else breaking in the news? Citi and Morgan Stanley expand Bitcoin and crypto custody trading platforms. Let's see, the tokenization efforts. As Citi integrates Bitcoin into bank-grade custody and reporting frameworks, Morgan Stanley moves to bring crypto trading, lending, exploration, and tokenized products to mainstream wealth clients. All right, so I think this is mostly going off the back of what we already covered this week. Don't forget, also Crypto.com this week, also getting approval to become a bank. Citigroup plans to launch institutional Bitcoin custody later this year, integrating the cryptocurrency into the same custody, reporting, and tax frameworks it uses for traditional assets. The bank aims to let clients manage Bitcoin alongside securities and cash under a single safekeeping account, enabling cross-margining between digital and traditional assets. Citi's move comes as major financial institutions, including Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan, expand digital asset offerings and adapt infrastructure for 24/7 blockchain-based markets. All right, that's pretty much all we need to catch up. We already covered this week anyway. Anything else breaking before I close that? Over on CoinDesk.com, Vitalik Buterin reveals his new bold plan to fix Ethereum scaling. We can take a look at that. The worst may lie ahead. Bitcoin chart revisits historical pattern. It's always up or down, left or right. Helping them in FUD articles everywhere we go. Marathon and Block jump double digits in pre-market trading. That's what happened, of course, this morning. This is old news now, scrolling down through old news. Let's see what Vitalik has to say. Vitalik Buterin reveals this new bold plan to fix Ethereum scaling problem. The new post reflects Buterin's renewed focus on scaling Ethereum's base layer after several years in which is much of the ecosystem's scaling strategy centered on layer 2 rollups. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has outlined his new scaling roadmap that boosts Ethereum's near-term capacity while preparing for a longer-term shift to advanced cryptography and data-heavy blobs. Back to the blobs again. In the short term, upcoming upgrades like the Glamsterdam update. That's a terrible name. And the EPBS aim to let nodes check blocks more efficiently and use more of the each what is it supposed to be 12 second slot so that Ethereum can safely fit more transactions into each block. Longer term, Buterin proposes making permanent data storage more expensive, relying more on zero knowledge proofs and blobs to increase throughput without turning Ethereum into a network that only large, well-funded operators can afford to run. All right, well, we're gonna leave it at that. Him and his blobs again. All right, Fidelity discusses Bitcoin moving into short-term trade to long-term macro portfolio. That's pretty bullish, coming an hour ago from Fidelity. A bill criminalizing crypto-powered foreign currency tax evasion surges in Brazil. More scam Bankman-Fried stuff, and that's about it. Yeah, everything else is either just opinion pieces or hopium and FUD articles over here on Bitcoin.com news tonight. Fidelity discusses Bitcoin moving from short-term trade to long-term macro portfolio asset. Bitcoin's notoriously 4-year boom and bust cycle may be losing its grip as institutional demand, deeper liquidity, and shifting ownership patterns reshape the market dynamics, potentially redefining how investors position Bitcoin in long-term portfolios, according to Fidelity's analysts. Bitcoin's long-standing 4-year boom and bust cycle may be fading as market structure evolves. According to Fidelity Digital Assets, the digital asset arm of Fidelity Instruments published its education and insights analysis on February 24th, examining whether structural shifts in volatility, demand, and redefining Bitcoin's market behavior. Research analyst Zach Wainwright stated, a strong case can be made for the typical 4-year cycle investors who have become accustomed to the may no longer now apply. He added that these new buyers are fundamentally changing the structure of the Bitcoin market. This reflects Fidelity's interpretation of the current market data rather than a confirmed structural change. The report determines that earlier cycles were largely driven by speculative flows, concentrated exchange liquidity, and retail enthusiasm, often accumulating in blow-off tops followed by drawdowns of up to 80%. By contrast, the current cycle has featured subdued realized volatility. We know. Some people call it austerity of the market's austerity. Sustained probability metrics and deeper liquidity conditions. Fidelity's analysis underscores that their institutional participation through spot Bitcoin exchange traded products and significant public company holdings has reshaped supply dynamics, lowering the probability of extreme dislocations that define the prior eras. For investors, get out of my face. Get out of my face. For investors, this emerging stability suggests that Bitcoin may now warrant consideration not just as a short-term tactical position, but as a long-term portfolio component behaving more like a maturing macro asset. The research recommends reassessing Bitcoin's role with a diversified portfolio, which you guys can get if you join the Patreon. Yeah, of course. We're very clear about what you should and should not be holding in terms of long-term assets, emphasizing longer investment horizons, disciplined allocation strategies, and risk management frameworks suited to be a more liquid and institutionally integrated asset. While volatility remains inherent and corrections are still possible, Fidelity's findings suggest that likelihood of prolonged severe bear markets may diminish under the evolving demand regime. As ownership broadens and regulatory clarity improves, Bitcoin's transition toward a more stable, savings-oriented asset could reshape the expectations for future market cycles, according to Fidelity's analysis. There you go, guys. The 4-year cycles are dead, according to Fidelity. They're dead, according to Fidelity. All right. You guys got to watch, man. You got to watch the VCs, man. You got to follow the VCs and investment vehicles. All right, China, DeepSeek AI predicts the price of XRP. Oh, they got nothing over here. CryptoNews.com is a shell of his former self. Looking at Cointelegraph right here. Anything else breaking? Anything breaking before we get into crypto Twitter, where the breaking news is always on crypto Twitter. 3 Solana data points highlights resilience on Solana. Is it still trading around $80? Traders may rotate into Bitcoin if a UBS bearish US stocks view comes true. I'm not feeling any of these articles today either. All right, moving on. The Daily Hodl, my last stop for good highlights. Surgeon drains $145 million from U.S. government and Blue Cross in massive fraud scheme. Jeez. PayPal says highly sensitive customer data exposed to unauthorized individuals for 6 months. Yikes. And we got the Breaks Market article we covered this morning, so nothing else happening over there. All right, guys, I think that's it I got for the news tonight. We're going to jump into crypto Twitter here in a second. Before I do, I'm going to catch up with you guys here in the chat. Apes together strong, yes. I haven't heard that in a while, Jake. Yes. Are we going to go back to 2020? 2020? Was it 2020, 21? Yeah. With the apes. Oh my god, the apes. 1005 Andra more likes, please. Yes, don't forget to hit the likes. Hit the likes. Yes, Jake, don't forget to hit the likes, guys. Mature and Bitcoin go together. Like Jake the Snake and discipline. Oh, what the hell, Ben? That sounds like a yeah. What the hell? Like a Chinese proverb. Ben with the conjugal advice. Oh my god. Jeff Sharp said he hit the button. Yes, he hit the button, guys. On the way in. What's this? Senior Sharp leading by example, says Braveheart Makes Freedom. Welcome to Dre. Welcome, Dre. How's it going, Dre? What's up? Weekend Pump. more than likely by Sunday. Yes, we'll take a look at that at the end of the live, as we always do. 100%. He does Bitcoin forecast at the end. Yes, 100% Jake. 100%. He knows where it's up. Guys, don't forget to hit those likes if you're just jumping on in here. Now, I do have a link here from, it looks like Cliff. Sent us a link earlier. Let's see what we got. Followed up by one from Jake. Oh,
government is talking with us, and they're in a big deal of trouble, as you know. They have no money, they have no anything right now, but they're talking with us, and maybe we'll have a friendly takeover of Cuba. We could very well end up having a friendly takeover of Cuba.
What about the post?
After many, many years, we've had a lot of years of dealing with Cuba. I've been hearing about Cuba since I'm a little boy. But they're in big trouble, and we could very well, something good, I think very positive for the people that were expelled or worse from Cuba that live here. You know, we have people living here that want to go back to Cuba, and they're very happy with what's going on.
All right, thank you for the context there. Yes, Cliff, I appreciate that. Let's take a look and see what else Jake's got. Probably some nonsense. Let's find out. Just Tether's founder on the run with a convicted. What? Whoa, damn. All right, I'm not going to read that, but you guys can read it on my screen. What? You're talking about Poly Adornia? Okay, cool. That he controls the exit liquidity for millions of Bitcoin holders. What? In August 2000, a New Jersey federal grand jury indicted Collins Rector on criminal charges they had transported minors across state lines for the purpose of blank. After his indictment, Collins Rector fled to Spain together with Shackley and Pierce. Interpol arrested the three men on. Whoa, this is nuts. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it has to do with the. I mean, that's not the current Tether. I don't know. But yeah, Brock Pierce was a child actor in the 90s. Well, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I don't know enough about that, Jake. I don't know enough about that to speak on it. All right, moving on. Don't read my rink, says Jake. Oh, a little too late for that. Be careful reading my rink. I tried. I think I was perfect. Oh my God, Jake coming in here with a $2 super chat, and Jeff Sharp, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Super chat tonight, guys. Thank you. Yes. Save that one for Tinfoil Tuesday. Yes. Oh God. Yeah. There's a lot to cover on Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, guys. The e-files are so deep. We probably need to do an update on the e-files. We haven't done one in a few weeks on the e-files. Jake and Six says they have a big problem, namely their neighbor. What? Oh no. Cliff says, I wonder if Cuba's still having energy chain issues dating back to the storms of the Navy off northern and South American coast. Gotcha. Yeah, Jake, I didn't see that until I was like halfway done reading the damn article. Yeah, you sent me. It's those damn lasers, man. Yeah, those lasers catch me off guard. It's hard to see blue. All right. Tyler should be Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. The e-files go elbow deep. Damn. Yeah, we gotta get real deep. All right, moving on.
What are you, stupid?
Moving on. All right. So yeah, there was nothing at the Daily Huddle. We're going to, of course, shill the merch store real quick, guys. If you want a little piece of chaos to take home with you, I've got that for you. I've got mugs, I've got hats, I've got hoodies, I've got t-shirts. I got a little bit of everything, of course, for your chaos pleasure on the merch store. Links in the description down below. Moving on. Yes, we have the doom scrolling over on X to get through still. I love this. One of my favorite segments, always. Samson Mao's here saying, we're setting up for the decade-long bull run and no one is paying attention. Yes, 100%. My otaku brother from another mother, Samson Mao. Where's my Godzilla candle? That's what I say. Here are the week's bullish Bitcoin developments from Samson Mao reposting Bitcoin Times. South Korea's National Pension Fund disclosed $80 million MicroStrategy purchase. Amundi, 2.8 trillion Amundi, increased its MicroStrategy stake by 373%. Strategy acquired 592 more Bitcoin this week. Jane Street increased its MicroStrategy stake by 785,000 shares, now holding almost 1 million shares. Jack Dorsey's company also laid off half his company. They bought more Bitcoin. 103 Bitcoin now have their holdings up to 8,883. Missouri advanced their Bitcoin strategic reserve bill. Indiana approved their spot ETF access for public retirement funds. We talked about that this week as well. Michigan introduced a bill to allow Bitcoin payroll and block a CBDC also as well. Morgan Stanley confirmed plans for Bitcoin trading, lending, and yield custody. Citibank, of course, we already talked about those two at the end of the live. Adamus mentioned that BTS RCO may acquire up to 21,000 Bitcoin post SPAC approval. Adamus? What the hell's that? Oh, Adam Back. Duh. Adam Back. I'm following him too. Duh. Adam Back. Adamus. Gotcha. All right, so that's what's going on right now. Those are the big highlights of the week coming from Samson Mao. South Korea tax offices leaks crypto seed phrase. $4.8 million in tokens drained. Damn, how do you do that? How do you do that?
What are you, stupid?
What? South Korea's National Tax Service accidentally exposed the crypto wallet seed phrase in an official press release tied to a tax enforcement camp. Guys, we're so early. We're so freaking early. This is stupid.
We're gonna win so much.
Wow. Leading to the loss of $4 million of tokens. Roughly about $4.8 million according to local media. That's insane. Silly. South Korean. All right, company. Government. Say South Korean's National Tax Service. Jeez, ridiculous. President Trump just now, I'm directing every federal agency in the United States government to immediately cease all use of anthropic technology. Of course, we've mentioned that at the beginning of my live. Wall Street giant shifts from Bitcoin experiments to full-scale custody, trading, and products. Of course, we're talking about Citibank. Anything else? More robots are coming. The robots are coming. Yes, they're going to be here sooner than you think. And they're going to replace all of your women with more obedient models. Oh my God.
What are you, stupid?
No, I'm watching it right here. All right. When Bitcoin surpasses 1 million dollars per coin, the world will understand that it wasn't a risk asset at all. I love it, Samson Mao. White House is official right here. America will never allow the radical left woke company to dictate how great our military fights and wins in wars. That dictates a decision belongs to your commander-in-chief and the tremendous leaders. This is crazy stuff. I cannot believe this stuff comes out of the White House, like the official White House channels on Twitter. Sharing, of course, one of the Truth Social posts. Trump had said, therefore, I'm directing every federal agent in the United States government to immediately cease all the anthropic stuff. Yeah. All right. There's Tom Lee, a baby Tom Lee. I don't know. When Ethereum flips Bitcoin in 2027. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. In your dreams. Your dreams. All right. Just in, the number of addresses holding more than 100 Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. I think we covered that one yesterday. So I think we're running into, of course, a wall now in crypto news. Crypto is so back. CNBC puts up this headline here. Owning cryptocurrency may make you more desirable on the dating scene. Ooh. Maybe this is what we need, guys. Just a little small dog, a little toy dog, and and a crypto a wallet. All right, my M2 money supply hits new record. Yes, let's go. Yeah, I love all this doom, guys. This is awesome. New record for the M2 money supply.
U.S. federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future generations.
More Tito's, yes, I'll drink to that. There we go, more Tito's. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Awesome. Last time this happened, just to remind you, if you didn't live through 2020, Bitcoin ran from eight grand to like 69K. Okay, 16,000 to 69K. I think that's what it was. I of course caught it on in the middle of that move. U.S. money supply just reached a new all-time high of $22.45 trillion. Liquidity is expanding again. More dollars in the system often means more fuel for risk-on assets. Let's go. And they still haven't printed those checks yet for all the citizens that Trump promised, right? From the tariffs, which now he doesn't have the money from the tariffs to do. So I don't know how he's going to make that happen. But there's going to be a lot of angry people if he doesn't appease the peons that he promised. The king promised. Oh, geez. Florida advances another bill to establish a strategic cryptocurrency reserve fund. Again, this is all over almost every single day. We're updating you guys all the time on these states. It's crazy. It looks like this is their third round too. It's not their first bill. So again, they got to go through the whole rigmarole again. We haven't, of course, checked this out in a while. So if you guys want to check this out and follow it, you can go to bitcoinlaws.io and you can follow it as well. And it's down. It looks like it's down today. That sucks. Yeah, it looks like it's not found. Okay, that's weird. Bitcoinlaws.io, unless they migrated. They're down right now. Yeah, they're just down right now. Okay. Well, your mileage may vary. But we're turning the whole entire United States orange, one state at a time, and we only have like 2 or 3 states that don't have any bills whatsoever regarding crypto or Bitcoin in their proposals. Okay, let's see what else we have. Anything else going on? Anything else? The truth. There is no bear market. There is only accumulation. Love it. Trying to comfort your friend who just lost, who's just been holding Ethereum. Yeah. Yep. M2 money supply. Yes, everyone's talking about it. Love it. I love it. Same vibes. It's over.
Funding bill is passed. The system goes online on August 4th, 1997. Human decisions are removed from strategic defense. Skynet begins to learn at a geometric rate. It becomes self-aware at 2:14 a.m. Eastern Time, August 29th. In a panic, they try to pull the plug.
Give or take, maybe 10 or 20 years. It's coming, guys. It's coming. All right, I guess that would be like 30 years. 1997. Jack Dorsey firing 4,000 people and getting the blame on... getting to blame it on AI. Oh, shit. All right. I think we pretty much covered all the topics now. We're just hitting a wall now in overall relevant news. Yep. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. As of 6 hours ago, 700 aircrafts are right now surrounding Iran, 100 5th generation stealth fighters, 100 refueling tankers, 20 AWACS, 18 electronic warfare jets, 2 carrier strike groups. The tankers are already moved from Qatar to Tel Aviv. Whatever happens next happens very soon, according to Mario Nufal over on Crypto Twitter. You sunk my battleship. There's a lot of battleships there. All right. I'm over it, guys. We got to get to the normies and get into crypto, of course, where Bitcoin's going to go into the weekend, and of course our crypto chaos magic prediction at the end of the live stream. All right, let's see what the normies are looking up tonight. Pokemon Winds and Waves finally gets announced. If you guys didn't see that happened this afternoon, I saw it. It was really actually very disappointing. Because it's not coming out until next year, 2027. It's the first time they ever announced a Pokemon game. It didn't come out the same freaking year. And also, we already knew about all the stuff from the leaks that happened like a year or 2 ago. So there's like nothing really exciting about Pokemon today, in my opinion. All right. So anyway, the normies, of course, looking up these things every single day. We, of course, look at the normie searches to see if they're looking up any relevant information pertaining to our space here in, of course, the financial realm of crypto and risk assets like stocks and everything else, of course, in our sector. So we, of course, look at that every single day with them. And they only typically look up only 3 things: sports, video games, and celebrities. Of course, one of the things I just mentioned was a video game. Yeah, we grade them on a traditional grade scale, which today is going to be probably an F, like every other day. Let's see what they're looking up today. Jim Carrey is in the news. I'm not sure why. Hopefully he's doing okay. Neil Sedaka, Pokemon Winds and Waves, Cavaliers and Pistons, Ethel, Kennedy, Knicks versus Bucks, sports. The normies love their sports, all the sports, and their movies too. Scary Movie 6 trailer. Is there really another one? Really? Like, really? Do we need another one? Like, we really,
which one?
Really? Damn you, Sailor!
What are you, stupid?
Thank you. All right. Sailor got in the way. Okay. So we got more and more sports. Even more sports. Pakistan-Afghanistan war. Okay, we'll give them a little bit of credit for that one there. That's not much out of 25 things. Rob Roush, girlfriend. Grizzlies versus Mavericks. Wolves versus the blah, 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 blah. Sports. Demi Moore. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Demi Moore, Wyatt Russell, Lorenzo Styles, Bill Clinton, deposition, and the Sabres with Panthers. More, of course, sports at the end. It's mostly sports today as well, like everything else, with a little sprinkle of Pokemon on top. All right, guys, I'm not feeling it. Of course, so I'm going to give them an F- today. There's nothing of value here at all. Yeah, I mean, there's the Iran thing, but other than that, yeah. Pakistan-Afghanistan war, I think it was particular to that, yeah. All right, moving on. Bitcoin searches on the day. On the last 12 months, this has been some of the most crazy we have searched Bitcoin. This is the entire year, right? From last year to where we are now, in February to where we are now. This is insane. This peak on Bitcoin is insane, absolutely insane. If we look at the last 5 years. I think I went over this in my live stream this morning as well. The last time we were anywhere in this caliber of oversearched on Bitcoin, it was back here towards the tail end of the bear market of 2022, and I guess the first one we even had a peak quite like that was actually in the middle of the bull market in 2021. So if that doesn't say anything, guys, I don't know what does. It feels like this is going to be kind of a bottom indicator at this present time. All right, let's move on. Looking at Bitcoin trends, Ethereum versus Doge versus Bitcoin versus XRP and Solana. You're of course looking at the lineup. Whoa, that got really heated this morning. Holy crap. Looks like XRP was challenged by Ethereum again. This is the third time this week. We actually saw the searches for Ethereum outperform XRP at the morning open. This is pretty rare because Ethereum is a big word. I mean, it's a big word. And for the normies to search a big word, that takes a lot of commitment. I can't. All right. Well, anyway, I can't. XRP usually is the #1 search thing for the normies, other than Bitcoin. But Ethereum broke today. It broke him again today. Solana came up quite a bit as well. Doge a little bit as well. I'm not sure who's really interested in Doge anymore. There might have been some of these Doge searches here in the morning might have been relevant to the Doge layoffs. They just laid off like 300,000 people in the Department of Government Efficiency within the last week or so. So it could be relevant to that. It may not just be, of course, the asset, but these are, of course, the most searched crypto assets there are by name on Google. All right, so yeah, Bitcoin, of course, still in the show like always, and XRP, challenged quite a bit today by Solana and Ethereum. Go. But pretty good. I mean, people are probably buying some of this stuff. Retail's mostly not here, but they're at least paying attention and buying some things with their tax refunds. All right. Let's get back to where Bitcoin's at to now. It's time to find out where Bitcoin's going to go into the weekend. It's 9 o'clock now, guys. It's the time we do it. And of course, don't forget, if you guys were heading out after the live stream with the Patreon, it's only $15 a month, guys, if you want to join the Patreon. And of course, the Chaos Crew, we have a show that it's of course Patreon exclusive immediately after this live is completed. So if you guys want to hang out with us over there, here in the next 15-20 minutes, more than likely, maybe even a half hour, depending on how long we run, we're going to be over there as well. All right. Right after the live. Let's get back in the chat real quick, see if I missed anything, and then we're going to do some Crypto Chaos magic. Just quickly looking at the order book, see if anything's changed here. Bitcoin right now sitting at 65,800. Pretty much the same exact spot it was when we started the live. We were chopping around all day today between 65K and 68K. I think we lost 68K this morning. Yeah, 68K up here. We lost that this morning around 6 o'clock in the morning. We came down here, been trading pretty much all day in the U.S. Open at 66.5 and 65 flat. 65 flat. We wicked down there a few times today. We didn't break out of it, and we've been, of course, watching this channel play out for the last 2.5 weeks. I think it's been longer than that now. I think it's actually been since the break up out of 2.5 event. It's now been 22 days tracking sideways here. The majority of the month has just been sideways chop. Bitcoin, of course, just finding a new level of support, and we have kind of created a higher low, right? And if you look at this over the last day on the daily chart, the weekly chart, I can show you guys on the weekly chart, probably the same thing on the daily chart. We just created a new higher low. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to show you. There we go. My chart is such a mess. The pillow's still there too, and holding. The pillow is there and holding. Ridiculous. Yes. So yeah, we just created a new higher low on the weekly. It's probably going to show up more better on the weekly. Yeah, on the weekly. Boom. Boom. All in all, we're of course going to be printing a red candle for the month of February. I don't need to go into that in detail. I've done that so many times. Again, this will be the 5th month in a row for Bitcoin to hit a red month, and this will be the only second time in its entire history it's hit a red month 5 months in a row, five monthly candles in a row since 2018's bear market. Now was of course the end of the bear market. You think we're gonna make a 6th one, make a bigger another one? I wouldn't be betting on it. I wouldn't be betting on it. Just saying. Just saying. All right. So that's where we are right now. Wars change that though. Wars do change that though. Okay, all right, let's get to it. Putting this into position for this evening's live stream. Quick little update. If you guys didn't see the morning update, obviously we call for baseline bear, and like all the other days, we are, of course, I'm tired of winning.
We're gonna win so much.
Spoiler alert, yes, if you didn't see it, we won. Of course, we're calling for baseline bear, and we hit basically a baseline into the beginning of the morning open. A little bit of sell-off in the beginning, getting us down the center of our baseline bear target. That's where we are, and yeah, not surprised. 98% of the time, we, of course, call it here on the live stream. All right, let's do the same thing again over into the weekend. These are, of course, a little bit more harder to predict because of the, vast amount of time that we're predicting here. But for the most part, we do all right. I was telling you guys today, by this 12 and 4, that by 4 o'clock today, we did have the final expiry event happen for Bitcoin. So now there's, of course, no options expiry in our near future. The only one thing we have left to worry about is the monthly close, which is going to happen on Sunday, right? I think it's Sunday. Technically, it's going to be Sunday early morning or Saturday late night for the monthly close on Bitcoin. So it's not going to happen, of course, during typical trading hours. All right, so here we go, guys. Getting us in place. You only need to know 3 numbers if you're, of course, watching with us at home and wanting to do some crypto chaos magic yourself. These are my ritual sticks, is what I call them. I basically put them in position of where all the volatility happens in our space and the time frames it does occur. And this is pertaining to just 3 numbers: 9, the morning open; 12, intraday trading; and 3, the wind down, pretty much the daily close on this side of the world and the other side of the world. And if you're following Eastern Standard Time, it is pretty damn on point. And yeah, it works for me. Works pretty damn well for me. I, of course, have been following Bitcoin's price history on psychology of the markets for years. All right, so right here we're looking at Monday morning, all the way up to Monday morning. This is what we're going to be predicting into. We have what's this? Cody calling for 50K by April 1st. That's still ways away. Market structure deadline for March 1st. That's still there. That's technically going to happen by here. And Sunday, I mean, it won't really matter anyway. We'll just put it there on Monday. That's supposed to be their deadline for their policy makers to just identify the compromise with the banking committee and the crypto bros, which doesn't seem like they got very far this week as well. Okay, all right. So here we go. It's all set up, ready to plot another crypto chaos magic prediction. Here we go. Oh, where's my lighter? All right, guys, if you haven't seen me do this before, yes, we do chaos magic every single night. Of course, that is what we're doing right now. Starting the ritual, first thing you do is light the candle, and we place that on our altar. We got tons and tons of money. Oh my god, I've burnt so much money today. So much money today, guys, this morning with 25 super chats. That was crazy. All right, so of course the first thing I do is I place this on my altar, and usually I add an element to it. I want to add some chaos, man. I'm not even gonna try to protect Bitcoin at all. Let's just go full on out chaos. I'm gonna add, of course, one of my favorites, Road Knight, and the new Dragon Blood to the altar. I'm gonna add those 2 elements to it, and we're gonna make our sacrifice. Again, remember, you need to have all the elements in the room present for this to work: earth, fire, wind, water. And I do still have all of them in my in my vicinity. Damn, Jeffy really got toasted. He got really toasty. That one's a keeper. God.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, I love it, I love it. All right, what am I gonna burn tonight? I got a 50. I can burn a 50. I gotta burn a 50, guys. This morning, holy crap! I think Cliff. There was so much. There was so much involved. You guys showered me with gifts this morning. I felt like a prince. But yeah, again, I'm gonna burn a 50 tonight because I think a couple of you guys actually dropped 50s on me this morning. All right. Let's send him up in smoke. I might burn two. I might burn two $50 bills. Screw it. Yes, there we go. Another $50 sacrifice. All right. Boom. Placing that back on the altar where it sizzles out, and I will of course continue with the ritual. I am now an instrument of chaos, and I will bring you with 97% accuracy the likelihood of where Bitcoin is going to go into the weekend. Yikes. All right. Don't catch that falling knife. All right, let's see, where are we going? Let's start here. Baseline target, of course, right now. Going into 9:30. Still pretty early. Looking at the order books, just briefly. It looks like, man, we want to move a little bit on the Saturday into Saturday. In Japan right now, it's already Saturday. As of a few hours ago, it's already about 11 o'clock in the afternoon. On Saturday. I guess still morning, I guess, but soon to be afternoon on Saturday in Japan. All right. There's nothing really big takeaway here. 66,000 is going to be our point of control. If the Bears lose that, we're probably going to get back above 66.5 in pretty short order. There's a little bit of support at 65.5. If not, we lose that, we go back to 65 flat again. All right, beyond that, other areas of support we have remaining are going to probably be 62. 62 is the final line in the sand. We've been talking about that for a long time. We haven't gone down there, though. We haven't been down there since 2.5. I don't believe we touched it at all since 2.5. We can get rid of this one now. Yeah, we haven't been there at all since 2.5. So... Interesting. That's still going to be our last line in the sand level of support. If Iran starts a war, you know for sure we're going to be down here. And more than likely going to lose that following, of course, into the Monday Open. So we don't want to see that, but yeah, it's more likely what's going to happen. All right, let's get on with it. Get on with it. Here we go. Baseline on Bitcoin. All right. Let's just run this up by right 11 o'clock midnight. Run that up to about 66,300. Lose that area back down to about 65.5. We're about 5 o'clock in the morning now. That's about right. If we do keep that area, maybe we can test a little bit earlier in the morning. We usually fall down a little bit more in the morning, getting a little bit of a spike here in the afternoon, and then just kind of play with the numbers. So we're looking at right 10 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening now on Saturday. A little bit of a peak up here. 2 o'clock in the morning, roll that over, and of course we're just going to do this a little chop going into the weekend, just a little bit up and up until we hit Sunday evening. Right now we're on Sunday afternoon, so we're going to chop this up until about 5-6 o'clock, and we see hopefully a little bit of a retest to about 68,000 by then. Again, this is our baseline target, nothing too crazy just yet. And then by maybe like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, we see a complete retracement back up to the middle of our channel here at 68,800. So this is our baseline target, so I'm going to pretty much stop there. Around 3 o'clock, roll that on over, and we'll see if we can maybe keep 67,000 as support, but probably if we lose that by the morning open, it's going to be a little too late. I think I already went over a little bit too. I'm going to have to move that over a skosh. There we go. That's going to be our baseline target for the weekend. So between where we are now, about 65.5, 65.8, and about 69K, is what we're looking at. Most of the recovery, of course, happening on Sunday. Again, providing we do not get Black Swan event like, of course, Iran, saber rattling, etc., etc. Cuba, peaceful takeover, whatever you want to call it. My God, there's too much macro going on right now. All right, bear case scenario. We're going to lose this. Go back down and grind the bottom of this out here till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna give us at least, I don't even know, man. At least till tomorrow morning, maybe, and then if not, we'll probably lose this area. Hit back down to about 64. Lose that. We're going back to 63. Of course, lose that secession. We're going back down to 62. Right now, we're looking at about 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Trying to get back above there Sunday evening. And if we cannot get back above 64,000, we're going to lose that and come back down and hit a new low for the month. How about we hit 58? Let's just go to 58 before the market opens on Monday. That's going to be our bear case scenario for Bitcoin this weekend. Bull case scenario. It's hardly likely to see that, right? But we'll see it. We'll see it anyway happen. All right, we're going to shoot this up pretty quick. Bitcoin usually moves when it wants to move. It moves pretty quick. Creating a cup and handle right here at 1 o'clock in the morning tonight. Producing that handle somewhere into, I did one a little too far already. Handle into about 2 o'clock in the morning. That'll probably be it. If it does break out, maybe we get as high as a stop out of 69. We lose that. We're going to chop down here, 7 o'clock, chop into the weekend, move this up one more time for Sunday afternoon, getting a little bit more heated, and a breakout finally in the evening. 9 o'clock p.m., sitting about $72,000 Bitcoin. If we do run that higher and actually break out of it, which is highly unlikely, we will probably go back up to about 74, 75 before the morning open, holding off maybe like 73,000 on that move. That's a lot of hopium there. That's a lot of hopium involved in that move. But that's, of course, what we're looking at right now for baseline bull and bear case scenarios on Bitcoin. And, of course, we put the other ones on the board just because they do play out from time to time on low, highly unlikely. No one, of course, is asking for them. Super bear case scenario sending us down to a new low of $55,000 Bitcoin. We're going to send it down to Jake. Screw it. We're going to send it down to 50K. A little bit of a recovery there after that for the morning open. Setting it back to 56,000. That's going to be our super bear case scenario. Again, it's played out once. Never asked for it, but it eventually does happen. Same thing with the super bull case scenario. We're going to send this thing up to 85. That's where the CME gap still is. And then let's just going to shoot this up to 95, something like that. Roll this over. It's going to be our super bull case scenario. I mean, Bitcoin can kind of not really do that in a single move. Never has done that big of a move. So that's very, very unlikely. The likelihood of a super bull case scenario playing out from this current level would probably only get us to about $78,000. So right around here, right around that area, around 80K would be like the biggest candle we've ever seen on a single day. So over the weekend, 2 or 3 days, that's not impossible. It's not impossible, but it's very unlikely, obviously. And we haven't seen a super bull case scenario play out for many, many months. All right. So where do I think on the backs of all this, where we think we're likely about ready to go to? I'm probably going to stick with my guns again, guys, and stay baseline bear. I'm going to say baseline bear until some of the macro fears die down, until we get some of the catalysts actually, released. I still am calling for baseline bear. Maybe we get a little bit more bullish than baseline, right? Maybe we get a little bit higher, but it's not going to be much. Definitely won't touch, I don't think, our bull case scenario. I'd love to be wrong. Again, I really want to be wrong in the right directions. I just hardly ever am, and it sucks. Baseline bear is what I'm calling for this weekend. And we'll find out. We'll find out on Monday. Hopefully it's not super bearish. Again, we never ask for the super bull or the super bear. We never ask, we never demand for it, because I like my organs where they are, and I like them to remain intact. And my loved ones too on this earth. All right, of course, that is your Crypto Chaos Magic update for the weekend. 65,900 currently sitting on Bitcoin. Woo! All right. What are we doing, guys? How are we doing? It's those damn lasers, man. I can't see those blues. Yeah, I know. Cliff this morning said I try to keep quiet, but some of the serial backstabber might have run across the YouTuber pump up the donation cost average. I know, it was insane. You guys bumped up my average for February. February was going to be my worst month until this morning. Let's go. Thanks again, guys, for contributing to the chaos this morning. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna survive February now. I can pay my bills. Oh my god. Geez. Hey guys says yes, it was insane. The morning show was fire, 100%. Thanks again, guys, for making it be that way. Happy Joy says yes. Cliff, Strawberry, and I messaged each other and agreed this morning's live was so much fun and funny. It was 100%. It was insane. Best ever AM show. Agreed. And now it's hidden. Backcarders Anonymous says a funding rate is killing my profits, bruh. All right, can't wait to catch up with you guys over there on the other side. We're gonna head out here and get over there a little earlier. Looks like we're gonna be about 15 minutes early today than we typically are. Usually around 9:30. So we're pretty much on time. Let's see. Anything else I can take away before we go? Scrolling through the chat here. Otaku, you need to savor the Daras. You need to savor the Dara. Dara, the best asset in a crasher. This is what I think about that, Jake. No, not Jeffy. That one's good. I'm gonna keep this one. This one's beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful Jeffy. Yeah, I can't burn him anymore. He's a piece of art. We're gonna finish. Yeah, I'll just finish this dollar because I'm gonna be cheap. All right, there you go. Does that make you feel better? I'm just gonna finish this dollar off here. There you go. All right. You guys are nuts. We need that video again. Damn it, says Nebs. We need that video again. I don't have it. Someone sent the video. I don't have the video. I'm not the keeper of the video. I don't know where the video came from. Oh my god, you guys are nuts. All right. Effing hippies and their kale-filled peace missiles. Classic AM show, says Pat Stackums. All right. All right, with that, guys, I will see you on the other side. Again, if you're part of the Patreon, we've been killing it with those trades. I made like $400 in like a week and a half. Just like, oh, we're gonna throw this one, we're gonna take it out here, watch for this area here, boom, bam, boom, and then we're just in and out. We're not holding, man. We're just making money. It's just all good. Paying bills, man. Paying bills. Thanks again, guys, for, of course, being a part of my live streams. And I will see you all again soon. If not tonight, if you guys are part of the Patreon. All right. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch you on the other side. Peace.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my key. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more wrong and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shop in the door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Yes. Rest in peace, dumb money. Of course. Milk money in the chat. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Cliff coming in with a $33 Cheeto super chat for the video. It looks like the video. Hell no. Oh god, what have you done, Cliff? It looks like Cliff found the video again. Ah, damn it. Now I'm obligated by super chat. Here we go, guys. Here we go again. Wow.
If you were bullish before, now you can take your bullishness, times it by 10, multiply it by another 25, add 2, and then times it by 1 billion, and you're still only half as bullish as you should be.
Later, guys. Later.
promises, we've made the trade. The robots are rising and he's taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.
Cliff, what the hell, man? I went an entire episode without showing that freaking video, and you had to freaking send a super chat. Whatever.